I think one thing for everybody to think about with direct-to-consumer brands is to understand, I set up earlier the phenomenon on the consumer side of why it's happening. There's a very important thing I said very quickly, and I'll say it again. There's so much capital in the world today that VCs have to deploy it. That's how they live. And one thing that everybody really needs to realize about some of these incredible brands that we all love on Instagram or pre-roll YouTube or wherever you see them is most of them are actually underwater. They're raising so much capital so they can play a game where their customer acquisition is $31, but their margin on that is 19, so they're 12 bucks underwater. Our clients at VaynerMedia, for example, or established businesses that are held accountable to Wall Street can't do that. And so there's some incredible things that are going on with these brands, but if tomorrow the global economy decides to start the process in the other direction, 98% of the brands that we think are crushing it will be out of business because they won't be able to raise the next round. They're too underwater. Their math doesn't work on customer acquisition and profitability, and it's game fucking over. And so we need to have a little bit better of a conversation. We need to have more of a practical conversation around DTC brands to realize many of the ones that we put on a pedestal. I always say to my friends, it doesn't take a hero to lose money every month. And I think we need to be thoughtful that a lot of these brands are not building actual brand. They're really CAC and LTV conversion sales machines that are arbitraging against influencers or Instagram, and they need to be very thoughtful about building brand right now because when shit hits the fan, it will be brand that will get them through the dark time.
What is the best way for DTC brands to build branding? You know, we're seeing a lot of like out of home and traditional TV ads from these kind of pure digital players.
I think it's a huge mistake. And I think you're seeing it because they're wasting money and they don't care. And I think that the biggest delta is we literally, what's amazing to watch these brands go so heavy on traditional above the line creative is that the great case study of modern creative comes in the form of Dollar Shave Club. The Dollar Shave Club video is this generation's Just Do It or Where's the Beef. It really is an iconic piece of creative that birthed the billion-dollar brand. The number one mistake that direct-to-consumer brands at scale are making right now is not creating long-form video on Facebook and YouTube to build brand equity. And that's how I see it. And I think there are a couple brands that are actually, for that matter. Purple Mattress. If you nerd on this stuff, you should go look at what Purple Mattress is doing as a company versus what Casper is doing as a company, right? One is very hardcore DTC and is growing and is the leader, Casper, but Purple is creating a lot of creative. The $180,000 production and creative execution risk of making a funny video, a video that makes you cry, a video that makes you think, if you hit that, your CAC and LTV numbers get really good real fast. Because now you're training on brand. And that's the ultimate goal.